Joining us now, Democratic Senator Chris Van Hollen, who represents the great state of Maryland. Senator, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate you waiting. Where do you stand on this bill?
So, Katie, it's great to be with you. Look, I'm still looking at the fine print of the bill. It's 370 pages, just recently released. But I would say, in terms of the broad strokes, it's definitely heading in the right direction. It includes desperately needed military assistance to help the people of Ukraine fight off the onslaught from Putin. And it includes the provisions you've just been talking about, a bipartisan compromise on the border, which I think overall is taking us in the right direction. Again, looking at the fine print, but that is my preliminary assessment.
Can you give us a little bit more on that? Overall in the right direction. What do you mean by that?
Well, as you've just been describing, we have a very broken border right now and a broken asylum process. And what this is intended to do is dramatically expedite those asylum determinations so that people who meet the requirements can get that understanding and confidence much sooner. And those who don't meet those requirements are sent back much sooner. Right now, you have thousands and thousands of people who are overwhelming that asylum system. They're, in many cases, entering the United States for up to 10 years before they even have those claims adjudicated. So this is designed to accelerate the process, which is both more fair to those who qualify. They're not left hanging for an indeterminate amount of time, and also better in early determinations of those who don't.
Is there anything in this bill that concerns you, anything that you think needs to be straightened out?
Oh, there are some items in the bill that concern me. Some of them relate to the systems for delivering desperately needed aid to the people in Gaza. So we're looking more closely at that piece. So those are the kind of things that as you go through a 370-page bill, you begin to look at, and there may be room for amendments. You know, a lot of us also believe that when it comes to military assistance, regardless of who our partners are, that those countries should agree to use that assistance in a manner that's consistent with international humanitarian law. So those are some of the things that we were previously looking at with respect to the bill.
What's your sense of where the rest of the Senate stands? Do you think this is going to get a floor vote? Do you expect that it could pass?
We will have a vote by Wednesday at the latest on what we call a motion to proceed to try to get on the bill. Right now, you see more and more Republicans essentially taking orders from Donald Trump. I mean, the idea of including the border discussions as part of the national security bill to provide assistance to Ukraine and others was a Republican idea. Now we have a proposal to address those issues, and all of a sudden, Republicans seem to be listening more to Donald Trump, wanting to keep this matter open as a political issue for November than actually trying to solve it. I mean, you saw Speaker Johnson reject it before he'd even read the bill. Because Donald Trump told them so. So this is going to be a complicating factor. I would just urge my Senate Republican colleagues, you know, to continue to move together. There are lots of national security priorities in this bill.
Do you think there's going to be another opportunity to pass a bill like this? I mean, Republicans seem to be hedging on if Donald Trump wins, some Republicans at least, they'll be able to take this up all over again. They never did while Donald Trump was president, not even when he had Republicans in both the House and the Senate.
You're exactly right. I really think this is the last opportunity to seriously address both the border issues. And of course, you have more and more Republicans, especially in the House, willing to abandon the people of Ukraine to Vladimir Putin, which is not only a surrender to Vladimir Putin, but sends a terrible message to both allies and adversaries around the world. Including President Xi, who, of course, is keeping one eye on whether we keep our commitments to the Ukrainian people while he keeps one eye trained on Taiwan. So this is a really important historical moment, and also, I think, the last chance to address these border issues, certainly for a very long time.
Senator, thank you very much. Senator Chris Van Hollen of Maryland. Appreciate it.